Girl.
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 Girl. Dog on Mars.
I don't
dead.
like that the note was sent from Mars. Okay? No, not at all. That part. Because how did you get there that fast? It just freaking happened. And the way, okay, be with his own weapon. Anybody else would have just pulled the trigger if it was a hate crime or something like that.
Yes, right.
A neighbor. I'm
Okay,
supposed to believe
we all
a
know the
neighbor
neighbor was
found
sent.
him. Right? We know that. Because when I tell you, I
Girl,
don't trust that man is the enemy. I just know it. Okay? I just know it. But shout out to Juliet because she noticed the missing picture on the wall and she found that list in his pocket.
Yeah, okay, but whose name was that? That was circled.
It was Doris Kennedy. So the wife of
Oh.
Patrick Kennedy. But remember,
okay.
she's dead. And that's why that whole fight started between him and Patrick.
Okay. But what gets me is how
They don't even want to say what happened to Johns and Mars. Talking about the walking was too much. Okay. Who would believe that?
girl, no one.
No one. Okay. And that's why Bernard hopped on what Julia said and wove the whole little forbidden love story so everybody will just be focused on that.
I just really want to know how that's better. Like, leadership just wilding out, okay, doing whatever they want.
And I need them to explain, okay, the forbidden love. Why do the relationships have to be sanctioned anyway?
Girl.
What is this
Please.
stopping? It's not like they can have babies.
Please.
Okay? They can't have babies.
Explain.
They all get the
Explain
birth
it
control
to me.
in the arm immediately. Girl.
And then Bernard
Like,
has the nerve to say they should do a foot race.
How insensitive. You trying to say they died walking the stairs and then gonna do a foot race on them same stairs. And apparently Johns hated the foot races because she thought that somebody was gonna get hurt because it was gonna get out of hand. So it's like a double whammy. Double
Girl,
forget
a
you
triple
to
screw
both
you.
of them.
Because that funeral speech that Bernard gave for Johns was terrible.
Terrible.
I'm talking
I
just,
almost
just shouldn't have even
that
gave
part.
for it.
Because what the heck was that?
Was that you or me that was talking about how they must bury the people in the garden?
I don't know, but I had the same thought though, because everyone is literally just fertilizer, a circle without an end. Ain't that what Bernard said, or Juliet said, or one of them said?
Okay, but we got to talk about Sandy because she is a trip and a half.
Girl, the way Sandy busted in that office and told that girl to her face that she don't like her and she don't think she's competent. Like, you don't think I can do my job.
I mean,
Okay,
to be
cool,
fair,
cool.
she's not even really trying to do the job. She does have an agenda, okay? She does. We all recognize that.
True. She only cares about finding out what happened to George. Remember? All of this other stuff is
that
extra.
right there is why Sandy came busting in there telling her that she needs to figure out what happened to Mars or else she's not going to make it easy for her. And honestly, I don't know if I would have said the same, but I would
And
have done the
Juliet
same.
had the nerve to say it's her job. But what did she do? Doggone ignored that walkie-talkie in that last
Girl.
episode. Okay?
Girl.
So excuse us for not believing that you're going to do your job.
But Sandy said what I have kind of been thinking this whole time, which is that the cops keep the order, but judicial is really the ones that's doing everything. So she don't want Juliet to just go with whatever Patsy Judge Meadows trying to throw at them, right?
Exactly. Because even when Juliet went to do some digging, Sandy told her, like, hey, take Billings because he knows the pact. And if she don't do it by the pact, then judicial could throw it
Do
out.
you really think Billings knows the whole pact, though?
Because even though he used to work in judicial, I think there were some parts that he didn't actually have access to.
Exactly.
So he had the public pact.
Exactly.
There's also a private pact.
Yes, because how else do you keep order? We already know based on what happened with Mars and with Johns, okay, that they have no problem lying to any and everyone in this whole doggone silo.
Now, I just have to talk about how Sandy requested a reassignment to a different level. Where what? All her family and friends are from.
Freaking level 107.
She really tried to act like
She didn't know what they ate down there. Talking about,
Oh, I don't know what you guys eat.
she wasn't that doggone far from Juliet. Honestly,
Girl,
if we being honest.
They just find any way to not like somebody. That's all it is. Finding whatever they can do
started
to not like
at
somebody.
all. Okay, but when she said she won't miss the feeling of being watched, okay, by some mysterious person, I said, here we go. Maybe the vase thing really means something
to tell
that you always say.
I don't know why. Don't know why you won't believe me about the vase, girl. The vase is a thing. So when they started talking to Charles Martin, okay, it just made me think that the rebellion is happening soon. Because nobody believes that man had a heart attack. Ain't nobody believing that doggone Mars had a heart attack.
So there'll be a whole riot real soon. And the shaky hand thing. Okay. What do we think the syndrome
Honestly,
is?
it just felt like it was Parkinson's.
Really? Okay. But it's the fact that they calling it the syndrome. Like it's the only way these people are getting sick somehow.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happens when you stuck living underground with no natural sunlight.
Just thought about how much Juliet loves going solo. Not even to cut you off, okay? She ditched that man so doggone fast.
Sent that man to go eat at home, which he did not do. But we see old boy that attacked and killed Mars talking to Sim.
Very suspicious. But you know what? It took me a minute to realize that when she broke into Patrick's house, that it was probably someone else living there.
Girl, I just realized it when you said it. I thought that it just had his wife's stuff in there still. I just really realized that he wasn't even in the house when Juliet and Mars talked to him. Okay? He was walking around the corner and happened to stop when he saw them.
Now you seeing the setup though, right?
Girl. Okay? And that's why she took Patrick Kennedy somewhere safe. Okay? Girl, I thought she was just playing a hunch that we didn't understand. I was confused.
Okay. And when Paul got back to the office, it made me realize that this man really is just doing his job. They set him up, putting him against her. And he's not against her at all.
Because he really has just been helping her. And it really is judicial at the top. Okay? They get the level reports first. They got the reports from the Friends of the Silo. Okay?
Yes.
And even though what they say is an admissible
Girl.
Admissible. Girl. But Paul don't like it because it's not in the pack and he a stickler from the rules. Okay? Follow the rules.
As everyone should be. You live underground in a silo.
But so
come
Paul
on now.
got the name of Ralph Melby, and he said he got access to the poison.
The way Juliet was like, cool. Give me that warrant for Patrick Kennedy. If she arrests Ralph while they making Patrick the fall guy, she gonna look like a dummy.
Use a dummy. Okay? Use a dummy.
Okay, but when she caught freaking
that
Trumbull
man
at Patrick's old house,
shocked. Let him know Patrick got moved to a different apartment, and that she know he placed doggone evidence.
The way he took off,
and then had the nerve to try to kill her. Like all these people out here, you really thinking you gonna get away with that? Okay, no, not at all. No, girl would have had to just close my eyes and let go. Okay, she had that mechanical.
When I tell you, I would
just
have fallen, would have met my end. That would have been the end of it. Okay, but when Doug went to see Sims, and he knocked on that door that said Janitor, I said, "What the heck are we doing here?" Well, we know this doggone man isn't a freaking janitor, huh?
Gave him
what exactly is going on here?
About his daddy, how he was a janitor and looked down on, and blah 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 blah. Girl, when that man said he messed up with Patrick and George.
And now we know who killed George and who sent the order.
Yes. Girl, I'm like, who exactly are the janitors? What y'all doing? Because how are you giving these type of orders? Okay? How y'all the most important? And how you got two jobs?
And when he asked him to be his shadow and then
threw him
off the edge, girl, with the note in the pocket, tink, tink, okay? He was thinking so small. Because how did you not know what was about to happen? This don't seem suspicious
and the
to you.
judge shutting down the investigation into Trumbull about why he did it. The whole system corrupt. Can't tell me different.
Like Holston said, and like Juliet said, you can't handle the truth.
Really? That's what
Shut
you
up.
gonna go with?
Okay. You get to make your little jokes. I can make mine too.
Okay, so Juliet asked for some time off, and then when she make her journey, she gonna see Lucas in the cafe. Okay, and that's when we learned that this whole silo kind of feels like a cult, because how y'all don't know what
Girl,
stars
seeing
are?
the lights in the sky every day and just confused, talking about she see a W.
I'm like, did y'all make fake constellations to put in the sky?
I'm not putting anything past these people. You really can't.
Okay, so now I'm thinking about Julia's mom, and maybe she was killed like George.
Or maybe like Allison. Like she was too smart. Like she was getting too close. About to start a rebellion.
Okay? You can't mechanize how you go up and down the silo. And you can't have a magnification beyond a certain power.
Girl.
And they straight up destroyed the magnifying glass that Julia's mom
Ain't have no
made.
doggone elevator. That seems so crazy. Cause we all know you wouldn't even need porters if you had an elevator. But it's the knowledge thing. That's what I'm really coming towards. It's the knowledge thing. Well, now I'm like, how you gonna be a doctor with a crappy magnifying glass? You can only do so much. No wonder y'all can't fix the syndrome.
Girl.
Okay, you can't see nothing.
Now you're thinking big.
You're not seeing a single
now
cell.
Juliet
Not a
is about
single
to get
cell.
herself in some more trouble trying to bait these people into opening up an investigation into George.
Here she goes with that doggone Pez dispenser. Please.
I guess we'll see next episode if it doggone works.
I guess so. We gotta. Come on.